That way I can see this. What's up, guys? This is Titan Lifestyle. Yeah, that's right. It's Friday that quick. I'm back again, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I do this every week. I'll talk about therapy of the week. I'll talk about one topic that I pick out. It's kind of crazy. It's a sports topic this week. Q&A, my favorite part, and also Titan events. But yes, this is Titan Lifestyle. I'm Big Drew. I'm going to let everybody come on real quick. I got a bunch of screens in front of me, so I'm going to let everybody jump on and start giving some shout outs. Hope everybody had a great holiday yesterday. If you guys did, let me know. And if you guys have leftovers, I'm here at the office all day, so I want plates. That was a joke, but you could take it as not a joke and drop some stuff off because I'm always ready to eat. Plenty of turkey yesterday. I had because I past few days I switched over to ground turkey from beef and red meat just to switch it up because I always try different things with my body. I'm a red meat guy, but I just wanted to switch it up. So I've been eating ground turkey for like the past probably 4 or 5 days, and then Thanksgiving hit, so it was just like fitting turkey with the turkey. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with this turkey. I'm probably only going to do ground turkey another couple of days, whatever's left in my fridge, because I got to get back to my red meat. You guys know I love red meat. It keeps me full. It's like the way it makes me feel. But let's see who's on right now. Shout out to Jai is on here. We got Spencer EM's on here as well. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So we have 4 different streams going. Cat in the Hat's on here. Wally 2023. Linnell Stewart's on here as well. I'm interested to see what the first question is going to be. The past couple weeks, the first question has been very good. And also, first question, I might hook you up with some free Titan shirt. Maybe a free Titan shirt, maybe some ladies with some leggings. But so if you tune on every week and you ask the first question every week, you're going to get hooked up. But yeah, it's pretty slow right now on the live. Here we go. Why not pork? Lauren Bug asked a question, says, why not pork? Some people, for religious reasons, they don't eat pork. I do actually eat pork. I mean, I'll have, if it's real bacon, not like sodium loaded from the grocery store, like it's supposed to be healthy. If it's real, like quality bacon, there's a couple places here in where I live, restaurants that have it, where it looks like it was literally cut off of a pig's back. It's like straight. I'll do that every once in a blue. But pork, believe it or not, if it's lean, if it doesn't, because you know a lot of people that I know, they don't eat it only for religious reasons, or only because no one in their family has eaten pork. So it's kind of like, oh, we don't eat pork, and they don't really have a reason why, but they're just like, we don't. But in terms of how lean it is, it's actually pretty good if you can get some lean quality pork. I just don't choose to have it. Again, I'm always a red meat, salmon type of person. But yeah, pork is kind of, it's weird. The older I get, people don't eat pork like they used to, from what I see. I mean, I'm in the fitness industry, so it's a little bit different. But when I was a kid, it was like pork chops. You know, you staying at my friend's house, they're eating pork chops. So I don't really hear that many people eating pork chops anymore. But yeah, pork's not bad. But you know, if you're gonna eat pork, because it is like a dirtier type of meat, make sure you get some quality, lean, organic, you know, good pork. Don't just buy the cheapest pork, because at that point, you're gonna be buying, you know, cheap quality meat that's cheap quality meat. So you want to at least go one way or the other. Art has a good question. What do you recommend to gain weight? Well, we're talking about it right now. Not necessarily pork, but you definitely want to eat. You want to figure out ways, foods that you could eat that's going to digest properly. What I mean by that is a lot of times people eat food because it looks good on paper, but they're not really digesting it. It's kind of sitting in their stomach, or they may have food sensitivity. One thing we have here at Titan Medical, we do food sensitivity tests. So if you guys or girls are interested in knowing why, if you eat chicken, it messes you up, or broccoli, bananas, certain people have sensitivity, we could test on that. But yeah, figure out what foods work best where you could eat and digest them properly, where they're just like passing through. And also, you know, you could also throw some MK677 in there. In terms of what we have here at Titan that's going to make you gain weight and muscle and get, you know, big the fastest, it would definitely be MK. And again, when you take MK, it increases your appetite so much, so then you're going to be able to force down those calories. Carbs are good too. Certain people are good with carbs. Certain people are bad. I can go high carb and stay lean. But if that's something you could do, I would also recommend increasing your carbs, maybe 50 grams of carbs extra with each meal. You could also get your carbs from juices or fruits. People are afraid to eat fruit because they think it's sugar and all this. It's natural sugar, you can eat it. So if you have a hard time eating a whole bunch of rice or potatoes or oatmeal, have some fruit or even throw some fruit in a blender, make it into a drink, so that way you're drinking your carbs, so it's lighter on your stomach. Jenny, good question. Is there any growth hormone that does not raise your blood glucose level? We don't even have growth hormone here. I mean, I could talk about that, but it's not something we offer here at Titan Medical Center. We have a lot of people asking for growth all the time, or HGH. If you ever see on the messages or any of my shows, if you're looking at the comments and you see HGH, that's what they're talking about. It's human growth hormone. We don't offer it here. IGF-1 LR3 is what we do have. That's the closest thing. And that, I mean, it actually works. What I believe, it works safer because you're not going to have so much. You're not going to have so much water weight. And again, if you take too much growth hormone, your organs can grow, your hands can grow, and any type of illnesses or disease you have, that could spread as well. So you want to be careful with that. Art is asking, what's MK? MK677, something we offer here at Titan Medical. It's a capsule, so you don't have to do an injection. You'd basically just take as directed by a medical provider. When I was taking it, it was one capsule a day. So it's easy to take. You don't have to take injections. And again, it's going to make you eat like crazy. It's going to raise your IGF levels. And it's going to, obviously your hunger is going to be through the roof. So anytime you're eating more and your IGF levels are going up, you're going to grow lean muscle tissue. And another thing with MK6772 is it actually helps you sleep. So if you take it before you go to bed, it's going to help you sleep. When you're recovering, that's when you recover when you're resting. And another thing too is if you have a problem eating too much, that's also another benefit of taking it at nighttime, because in that way, if you take it at night, obviously you're sleeping, you're not going to feel those hunger cravings as you're sleeping. Art says he eats 7,000 calories a day and still not enough. I feel you on that, Art, because I'm a bigger guy, but I'm lean and I have to eat a ton of food to even maintain my weight, let alone grow. So what I would recommend is definitely MK. If you're doing 7,000 calories and you're not eating enough, you're not growing off of 7,000 calories, then chances are you're not resting enough, because you could eat all you want, but if you're not sleeping, you're not resting. Or you just might have a crazy fast metabolism and good genetics, so you have to increase your calories. So I would say keep it at the 7,000, add the MK677, just to see if the MK is what increased it. If you go from 7,000 calories to 10,000 calories as you're taking your MK, you won't know if it's the MK or the extra calories. So I would say keep your calories at 7,000, add the MK, and I guarantee that's pretty much all it's going to take. Do that for a month. MK works quick. When I take MK, I usually gain 12 pounds in 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, whether it's water weight or not, I definitely feel it fast. So good luck to you, and eat clean. Also, if you're taking MK, don't eat junk food. Can you tell my mom, Susan, happy birthday? Happy birthday, Susan. Brandon, your mom says Brandon is saying happy birthday to his mom. So shout out to Susan. Happy B-Day. Good weekend for Susan. Looks like she had Thanksgiving yesterday and birthday today. So yeah, happy birthday, Susan. What do we got? I gain it but lose it right away. If you gain weight and lose it right away, obviously you're doing something or not doing something that's making you lose the weight. So pretty much figure out what it is. And if you gain the weight, do exactly that and continue it. Sounds like there's some inconsistency somewhere. So if you're gaining weight and then losing it, chances are you're taking a supplement that's making you gain the weight and then you're stopping it. Or your lifestyle may change. You may be sleeping good for a week, not sleeping good for 2 weeks, or your diet might be off. So if you adjust one of those things, chances are you'll stay with the weight, whether you maintain the weight or you continue to gain. But I always tell people are like, yeah, back in the day I used to look like this. Well, then just did what you did back in the day to look like that. So let me see. Yeah, Art says lifestyle. Yeah, lifestyle's hard, especially when people, whether they get into a relationship, get out of a relationship, start a new job, move. I know people that work night shifts, working days for so many years. When they switch to night, that's the hardest thing. I have a lot of my clients that they're just like, their appetite's off, their sleep is off. It's hard to work out. But, once you do things for 2-3 weeks, whether it's food, training, sleep, Just stay with it, and after a while, your body will become accustomed to it. It's kind of like drinking tea or coffee. Your body's going to crave it after a while. Good question, Art. Good question, Art. We might need to get Art a shirt. He's asking some good questions today. Also, Art, where are you calling from? Where are you tuning in from? Shout out to Camden, just joined as well. Anybody else on here? Los Angeles, all the way in LA. We service nationwide, Art, so if you're not already a patient, just give us a call, 727-389-3220, and we'll definitely get that MK out to you. If you want, you can go to the Titan Medical Center page and just click the new patient paperwork. Fill that out first. It makes it a lot faster, so that when you call in and be like, yeah, Drew told me to fill out the paperwork, they'll pull it up, they'll see it's done, and they'll get you in there that quicker. And if you use my name, Art, I'll give you a discount because I want to hook you up with that MK. I want to see you grow. If that's what you're trying to do, I want to see you grow. Let's jump into one of these topics real quick today. Kind of crazy. These high school kids and middle school kids are just, now they can get money. Shout out to YG Lee, just joined on too. Now that these kids can get money, it's like, it's not even a sport anymore. It's like a business. It's almost like the kids have more power and more money than the coaches now. So the kids can make threats and ultimatums to their coaches. But this is almost unbelievable. As you people know or may not know, now the NIL is, I think it stands for National Image Likeness or something like that. Basically, you could pay high school players or even middle school players now and college players now, you could pay them to use their likeness. So basically, you could sponsor them. They can get contracts, whether it's Adidas, Nike, whatever it is. This is crazy. Bryce Underwood, #1 high school football player, quarterback from Michigan. He was originally committed to LSU, and this is like a generational talent type quarterback. He's basically like a LeBron James type specimen physically and athletically on a football field in high school. His stats aren't off the chain, but I mean, you could definitely see the potential. This guy's crazy. But anyways, he signed. He was originally supposed to go to LSU, so he committed to LSU. He made the commitment. He said, yeah, I'm going to go there. Did the whole live thing. Yeah, I'm going to LSU. But apparently Michigan heard that, and he's from Michigan, and they said, now we want you too. He said, I'm not going to Michigan. And they said, well, if we give you some money, will you go? He said, no, I still don't want to go. And they said, well, how about $10.5 million for 4 years? And he said, yeah, I'll go, which I would do too. I don't care if I'm packed up, about to jump on a plane. Someone gives me 10.6, I'm not even explaining myself. I'm making a U-turn. So the simple fact that this kid is in high school right now and has a $10.6 million before he even steps foot on a college football field, that means he's making probably more than some of his coaches. That means he's making probably more than even some of the guys that are already in the NFL that aren't, big-time superstars, just have regular contracts. And they did it 10.6 or 10.5 million over the course of 4 years. So as you people know, college is 4 years. So now they're pretty much like, okay, we want you here for 4 years, and we'll give you $10 million to stay here for 4 years. So $2.5 million a year. This kid's like 16, 17 years old right now. So, I mean, when he gets to college, he's already going to be the man. He's already going to have a nice everything, chains, cars, and all that. And he's going to be making more than, a professional athlete. So, at some point, when is it going to get to, when are the coaches going to have more control again? I heard a couple players in Alabama, when they were doing bad, they walked into the coach's office. They said, I need $100,000 or I'm leaving. And the college coaches, they have to make a decision like, okay, well, they could do that now because with the transfer portal, now these kids can just leave one school and go play at another. It's not a big process anymore. So if you're at one school and your team's doing bad, you see another school, they're doing good or they could use your help, you're a big-time player, I would probably do the same thing. As bad as it is to say, if I'm not getting playing time, my team's not doing well, hey, it's a business. I'm going to go in there and say, hey, give me $50,000 or I'm going to leave. I mean, most people won't admit that they would do that. I would. And this kid got $10.6 million over 4 years. So it's going to get worse and worse. I mean, like I said, there's middle school kids now getting money. That's why in college sports, people are just coming and going with the Dion thing. He went to Jackson State, and then he brought some of the guys over there, and they're back. And as you guys know, Colorado is like nothing but transfers, and So it's getting crazy. It's becoming too much of a business. Everybody asked, they said that college players should get paid. They should get paid all these years. But I think it went from one extreme to the other. It went from like they're not getting anything and they have like $400 to live and they're living in a dorm somewhere, or now they have too much money and too much control. So I think they should have a medium, bring it back into like a medium where players, starters get a certain amount of money, but giving them too much, because you got to think there's some players in the team that don't even have enough money to go eat some fast food somewhere. They're eating ramen noodles every single night, and then you're sitting right next to a guy that has $10.6 million, has a big house, has cars, and can take care of his family already, and you're over there struggling. So it's a little bit different. He's not a grown man; he's still a kid. But then again, 10.6. Let's go. Rick Stang 101 says 2.5 in a trust, 4% tax free a year, $100K per year, never depletes. You can still. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, it is a business. Someone else is saying it's a business. It's straight. It is a straight business. I mean, it used to be like that in the NBA when they used to make these super teams, when people would just they get like, I remember Dwayne Wade and was it Shaq? They had a super team down there in Miami, and then super team in Golden State, and then they have super team. So now it's trickling down to college, trickling down to even high school, where you have super teams in high school. You have high school kids now that they have millions of dollars, and they're traveling all over the country, staying in nice hotels, traveling on private jets. Their facilities in their high school are better than college. So they're basically living, and everyone knows who they are now. This isn't like back when I was in high school where you have to read the paper or, show up at the game to find out who it is. Everybody knows who you are, so you're literally an athlete. You're a professional athlete now. As soon as you do well in sports, and colleges look at you, which it literally went from one extreme to the other. Network King, favorite compound. Favorite compound, let's see. Favorite compound, Titan Medical. From Titan, I mean HRT, but a lot of other places, HRT is like all over. But I would definitely say HRT is like, it's not one compound, testosterone, anastrozole, or tamoxifen, or enclomiphene, whatever your HRT setup is or protocol is. But I would probably say, outside of HRT, probably MK677. I love Hercules Potion. It gives me a crazy pump. It's hard to say. Either Hercules Potion or MK, but those two together is insane. Art says you want that Bonds. Well, then definitely MK677. MK677 is going to have you big fast, like fast. You're going to be eating everything. So just literally stock up your fridge and your cabinets with clean food and get ready to eat, because your grocery bill will go up a little bit, but so will the scale and so will the results. Clean food is anything organic, non-processed: salmon, steak, fish, eggs. Hulk Squad, I haven't seen you in a while. What's good, Hulk Squad? What's the sense of working hard in college and maybe get drafted? Are they being paid like NFL football? Are they being paid like an NFL player? Yeah. It's true. If you give a kid that much control right now, that much money right now, he's going to go to college and he'll show up to practice when he wants to. He'll show up to practice when he wants to. He might, I don't know who he is as a person, like his character. I haven't heard much about him that way. I've just seen highlights. But yeah, it's like you're giving him, it's going to be hard for someone to keep that dog, to keep that work ethic, that grind, when you're giving it to him that early. It's kind of like, Al Pacino back in the day, the old movies, he was going hard. He was such a good actor. And now he just shows up. I'm Al Pacino. As long as I'm in the movie, I don't have to work that hard anymore. So same with him. Hopefully he keeps his head on the shoulders and he works hard. And, 10.6 is crazy. I wonder what the next one's going to be, because that's just him. It's going to be a trend now. Now where every year now, the top high school football player, these colleges are going to be throwing money at him. Now, Michigan got a little bit of a help. Michigan got some help because they had a donation from a billionaire that basically donated this money. But then again, all people are also saying Tom Brady, who went to Michigan, they're saying that he had a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit of motivation, a little bit of sway in it too. Let's see if I can find this guy's name. Yes, it doesn't have his name in this article, but there was a billionaire that donated that money, or that helped. You know what help means? That helped with that money. So now it's going to be pretty much, if you're a sports fan, you're a billionaire, you could literally just pay for players to go to college and then pay for them to go to the NBA or the NFL or the MLB. But it's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. Another question, what restaurant and healthy? I don't have time to make my own healthy meals. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Everyone has time. I don't care. There's 24 hours in a day. You can go to bed a half hour earlier, and you can wake up a half hour earlier. I really don't know what to tell you, but there's plenty of time to eat healthy food. You can buy a rice maker. A rice maker, all you do is throw the rice in there, fill it with water, and push start, and it stays hot and fresh all day long. It takes about 2 minutes to literally put the rice on. Get an air fryer, throw the air fryer stuff in there, set it, hit start, leave it. So as soon as you get home or as soon as you wake up, you could get the rice, throw it in the rice maker, have rice all day, you got rice. Get your meat, throw it in the air fryer, hit the start button. You're in the shower, you're getting ready. By the time you get out, all the meat's ready, the rice is ready, you're good for the day. So I don't care who it is. I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care. I don't care if you're in a relationship. I don't care if you work the night shift. Yeah, there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. Network King is saying, do you get any sides from MK677? Some people get a little bit tired on it, like a lethargic. I didn't experience that too much, but one of the positive side, it could be a positive, is the fact that you're just going to be eating all the time. You're going to be hungry. Like, I'll eat a huge meal of food, go home, I live close, take a shower. As soon as I get out the shower, my stomach's growling. I look in the mirror, my stomach is like flat. Like everything is like, it's like I didn't even eat. Like, where's this food going? So it's not like you're eating all the time and you're bloated and burping and heartburn. No, you're eating all the time. Your body's just like sucking it up. So that's a positive side effect for me because I wanted to grow and I wanted to eat a lot on it. But yeah, some people get a little bit sleepy on it. But then again, if you get sleepy on it, just take it before you go to bed. You're going to grow and you're going to grow better while you're sleeping anyway. So here we go. Hulk Squad says, so last week I competed in a powerlifting competition, bench 635. Damn, 635. Was that equipped? Not equipped? Bench shirt? How was that? Bench 635. That's a lot of weight right there. I'm 48 years old, 240. I'm on 1 cc of TRT a week, probably testosterone cypionate with MK677 and BPC. It's a personal record, so shout out to Hulk Squad for getting a personal record. So he peed hard, 635 equipped bench is crazy. And for all the haters out there that say it was equipped, go try it, Dennis. Go try it. Because equipped benching is hard too. I know a lot of times people are like, oh, if it's raw, if it's not raw, it doesn't count. You may think that, but 635, even 535 is a lot, equipped or not. So shout out to Hulk Squad. And he said he got his PR taking Titan, HRT, BPC, and MK677. So Art, if you're still on here now, I see Art's been asking a lot about MK. Let's see where he's at. Yeah, he is still on here. I'm not sure who that is. Art, just Art. I'm not sure what Art that is, but yeah. Well, he's been asking a lot about MK. So if you want to try that, that's a good combo right there. Hulk Squad said he's doing TRT, testosterone cypionate 1 cc a week, which is probably half a cc twice a week. MK677 and BPC 157. So that's a nice little stack right there. Call that the PR Hulk Squad stack right there. 635. Damn. Hulk Squad, if you come in town, hit me up. We got to hit that bench, man. I didn't know you could push weight like that. I like to push weight, so hit me up if you're in town. We'll go crazy. I got plenty of gyms we can go to, too. YG Lee says he's been looking for us. Didn't know we had a backup. Yes, we have a backup, Titan Medical 2.0. We're on Facebook, Titan Medical Center. And we're also on YouTube, Titan Medical Center, and TikTok. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you guys hit the bell. Girls, hit the bell. So you notify the videos like this. You won't miss it. What is equipped? The Vivid Moxie is asking what is equipped. He's asking in reference to, I was just talking about Hulk Squad. He said in a bench PR 635 equipped. Equipped is if you have like a bench shirt, or if you ever see those guys that wear, it's like a tight almost like neoprene shirt, and it's holding their arms. Their arms are real stiff, and they have to like walk over like this. It's just like a bench shirt. It adds a little bit of help because your arms are already tight. So when you come down, it helps you get out of the negative. But yeah, it's just called equipped lifting. Some people only believe in raw. Raw is no equipment, no nothing. Some guys believe raw is even no wrist wraps or elbow sleeves, nothing like that. So yeah, equipped basically just means he had like a bench shirt. Lauren Bug, let me see. New year will bring new goal. Currently 210 pounds, LBM 235, height 5'7", 61. My test has never been higher, 550. Last time I did 8 Next year I'm going to add some muscle, so should I add MK677 or just stick with 8 I wouldn't take 8 There's better options. We have enclomiphene now here at Titan Medical. It basically does the same thing that 8 does. So it's going to bring up your real test and all that. Testicular atrophy does all the same stuff that 8 does. But 8 spikes your estrogen through the roof, like whether you see it or not. And also 8 you can get a little bit more water retention. And with 8 you're also going to, you're going to have to take an injection. You have to store it in your fridge. So with an enclomiphene, all it is a capsule. Take 1 capsule a day, and it works better. It's going to bring up your levels better. So it's just something better. Now, you're asking, should you add? I would definitely add MK. Definitely add MK. I would say MK677 and clomiphene. And clomiphene's a capsule just like the MK677. So you wake up, it's real easy, just 1 clomiphene, 1 MK, no injections with capsule. And then you would do your, whatever your medical provider is telling you to do with your testosterone throughout the week, whether it's a half a cc or 1 cc a week, whatever you do. But yeah, definitely add the MK in there. And I would add the MK, drop the 8 and add enclomiphene in place of the 8 Here we go. Hulk Squad said, just an example, world record raw bench is 800. A Quimp world record bench is 1420. Yeah. So the world record raw bench, that's my boy Julius. Shout out to Julius Maddox. You guys will probably see him all over soon. He's the world record bench presser. He's the GOAT. He's the strongest ever. No one's even close. He does the previous world record easily for reps. So he's the GOAT right now, Julius. But yeah, 1420 is nuts. That's crazy for equipped. Yo, Mike Marsh says, what's up? Detroit Lions, what up? Prince 23 said he voted for me during the election. Any other questions right now? We have an event coming up December 20th, I believe. Let me see if Brian can pull it up. Also, people are asking about these cups. Ice Shaker cups made by Ice Shaker. Titan mug. It'll keep your drink hot or cold for like 2 days. And if you don't believe me, try it out. I could put ice in here and sit it down, leave for the weekend, come back, there's still ice in here. But right now it's hot. Sipping on some black tea right now. Black tea and ECAA is a must before the show. That's what gives me all this energy for you guys. Upcoming Titan events, we have the Black Tie Gala. That's going to be December 20th, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. If you could flip that around. Dress code, all black. Women, black dresses. It's going to be a great runway. Four runway shows, live art, 5 rooms, 3 DJs, 8 bars, surprise special performances, bottle service, table service, VIP cocktail, everything. Red Room after party. It's going to be crazy. That's going to be, I believe, November 20th. And then after that, we have Cars and Couture. Cars and Couture is February 8th from 6 to 10 p.m. And that's at the Motor Enclave. And again, some of the Titan fleet will be out there. The Titan McLaren, the Titan Lambo, the Titan Hellcat, the newest edition. You guys might have seen my story posting it, or there's a new edition. I don't want to give it out yet until you guys see the official release. But there's another new Titan vehicle it's the fastest one. That's one. One thing I'll tell you, the new Titan vehicle in the fleet is the fastest one. So you guys know there's a McLaren, and there's a C8, and there's a Hellcat, and a Lambo. This is faster, so you'll see it. Rocks, what was that? Rox DX Ebec? Favorite kind of protein? I would say, well, I'm not going to say protein powder because that's fake protein. Favorite protein source, I would say salmon or steak. Those would be the two. Salmon is like steak of the sea. If you really think about it, it's like the steak of the sea. And they both have similar. They both have good zinc, good vitamins. They're both. But for me, those are my favorite. I could eat salmon or steak every day, every meal. I could eat salmon every day, every meal for the next 20 days, no problem. But then again, I could eat the same thing every day. It doesn't matter what it is. But salmon or steak, and then obviously eggs. So my three protein sources are salmon, steak, and eggs. Like I said, I've been doing a little bit of ground turkey, but I'm going to get rid of that and go back to the steak. I feel better on it. And if you can, worst case scenario, if you have to get a protein powder, like if you have to, do it. I mean, rather than not eat at all. But if you can get some quality food, just go with the food. And if you're too full and the food is too heavy for you, you could always throw egg whites, frozen fruit, and some oatmeal in a blender. And just blend it up and drink it. It's a little bit easier to get down than to make a big bowl of food. I've had my clients doing oatmeal, egg whites, and fruit for years. At first, they're like, what? That sounds funny. Put the egg whites in the blender, 2 cups, oatmeal, cup, 1 to 2 cups, frozen fruit of your choice. If you need some creatine, glutamine, maybe a little bit of honey, and that's all you need. And that's a real shake, real food, no additives. The only ingredients that you put in there is what's on there, not a long paragraph of protein powder ingredients. So, yep. That's pretty much it for today. I don't see any other questions I'll jump to real quick. I'll just wait just a second, make sure I don't miss anybody. Shout out to JMG. How do I define success? That'd probably be a whole nother show. That's a good question. They say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I think success is also in the eyes of the beholder. Because what's successful to me may not be successful to you. So I don't know what defines success, but I think success is whatever you think within reason. I mean, you don't want to be crazy and be like, oh, I'm doing great, and you're not doing great. But you know what I mean? That's a huge question that's probably going to take a lot of time. But I would say, success is a lot different to other people. What you think is successful, the other person may not think that. So I think that's the first thing, establishing what is successful, and then you could define it. That's pretty much it for today. Builder Bobo Texas just joined, and Richard Kent. Richard, Bilbo, we're about to jump off right now, but we'll be back next week at 2 p.m. I do this every week. This is Titan Lifestyle. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, too. So if you're out west or the Midwest or in the Central America, Central U.S., if you're in different time zones, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You could also check out the podcast. I've done 250 plus shows. So if you ever want to listen to me, or if you ever missed a show, a couple people just joined on right now. If you want to go check out the podcast, you can hear everything and go back. Maybe answer some of your questions that I missed along the way. YouTube, we're also on YouTube. Hit the bell so you're notified of videos just like this. TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram as well. Like I said, this is Titan Lifestyle. I'm Big Drew. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week.